Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and today we're looking at my US portfolio. So I'm going to be taking a look at my US portfolio, showing you guys how it's going. It's a monthly series that I do. I've done it for a very long time on the channel, something like 3 years I believe now, and every month I just show how my portfolio is doing, show my position sizes, show which companies I'm still holding, which I've sold out of, even though I do make videos like when I am buying and when I'm selling my stocks. But sometimes some of you guys might miss them videos, so I know some of you guys probably won't watch my videos every single day. Thank you if you do that though. But yeah, I know some of you guys don't watch it and you're interested and track just how my portfolio is doing. So you know, this kind of monthly series kind of rounds off my portfolio nicely. It's a little bit later than normal, which I'm sorry about, but it's just been a bit busy with earnings season and everything like that. You know, with Google, Apple, Facebook all coming out one day last week. Just crazy kind of stuff going on. So a little bit sorry about that, but I do try and do it every month, and we're doing the month of November's right now to see how it's gone on. So we'll take a look at that. And yeah, I just think that showing off my portfolio gives me a little bit of credibility as well. I mean, I always talk about like stocks and which stocks I think are good, which stocks are bad, but unless I'm kind of like here every month showing how I'm actually doing, like why would you listen to me otherwise? You know, I think showing your portfolio gives you a little bit of credibility to what you're saying, and proves that you're kind of, you know, credible to listen to in the stock market. You know, I think one of the things that I get a little bit frustrated about at the moment is the amount of people that come onto the stock market YouTube scene, pretty much, you know, kind of new here, just come straight off the bat and start talking about like the next spec stock, and then they move to another spec stock the next day and another spec, and they're just recommending all these spec stocks all the time, and like yeah I'm buying this one, but they never show like how their investments are doing. So you've got kind of no proof of like, are these guys actually, should I be listening to these guys? And I think sometimes some people get sucked into that, and I think that's a little bit damaging. So hopefully, like when I show these sort of portfolios, I know some of you guys just seeing like how I'm doing, what my portfolio looks like, and also I want it to be like a credibility side of it as well, because like I say, I've you know, now I've got to the point where I've got a track record of, you know, nearly 3 years of portfolio reviews now on the channel, where you can go back every month and you can see how the portfolio has changed every month. So yeah, I think that's really cool to just kind of, you know, give something to me that you can kind of, you know, listen to me and be like, yeah, he kind of knows what he's doing. So yeah, we'll take a look at my US portfolio. I will do a UK portfolio within the next few coming days. So yeah, I'll get onto that for you guys. But we're just going to be looking at my US portfolios for now. So for you guys that might be your first one in here, checking my portfolio out, smash that subscribe button. And you guys that are here all the time, you guys smash that like button. And we'll take a look at how everything's going. And for you guys that don't know, basically I have two accounts. So I've got one in jira, I've got one in Trading 212. I've started using Trading 212 a little bit more. Also on there you get the ISA as well, which is really good for your, you know, your tax purposes. If you can, you know, obviously max that one out, that's pretty good. I'm actually starting to go off a little bit on Trading 212. They just seem a little bit too buggy over the last few months. And the other reason why I do have another portfolio as well with jira is that in case anything ever happens to Trading 212. So the other day, I think like the broker went down, and if I was just in Trading 212 and the stock market was down 3-4% and I wanted to buy something, I wouldn't be able to buy it because the broker was down. But if I've got Giro, I nip onto Giro, I can go buy something. So I always like having two brokers for that reason, just in case something happens to one of them. And just kind of gives me that ability to still go buy or something. And also, to be honest with you, Giro doesn't have the ISA. Trading 212 has an ISA. So I do want to use an ISA, but I do prefer Giro as a platform overall, really. So yeah, that's kind of why I do have two portfolios. So sometimes I get asked that, and every couple of months I do like to recap them reasons. But yeah, I'll stop blathering on about brokers and stuff like that now, and I get stuck into my actual portfolio. So we'll start with my Giro portfolio. So this is the one that's kind of been going on a little bit longer than the Trading 212 portfolio. So yeah, we'll start from the top, which we've got Alibaba. You'll notice that from a few months ago, obviously the position size is getting smaller as I trim the position. That's up 63% though at the moment. Did you see the thing about Alipay as well the other day? Or Ant Payment, or whichever the company is that owns Alipay that's going public, that one. Yeah, their IPO got stopped, which is kind of crazy. A little bit dip in Alibaba on the day when that happened as well. Altria, which is a company that I bought in for the dividend. You get like I think I get a 9% dividend on that one. Obviously, the stock is down a little bit there. It's down 15%. But yeah, I mean, I get a 9% dividend every year, so it's not too bad really. I think with the amount of time that I've held that position, I think the dividend actually covers the losses. But this is one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of dividend stocks, is that, that dividend trap, you get a company that pays a high dividend, but the stock goes down. But I do think Altria should really go up in share price sometime soon. I don't know why it's moving down so much, but hey. We've got Carnival, which is down 60%. That was a position that I bought before COVID. I started buying that one in 2018. So yeah, I mean, in 2018, I'll be honest, I didn't know there was going to be a pandemic in 2020. So I think you can kind of let me off. I'm just happy to just leave that there now. And I know that I'll be holding it for like 2 to 5 years, and it'll take a while just to break even. But yeah, I'll just hold that one out now, I think. I've got Dropbox, which is down 1%, which is crazy because 2 months ago that position was up 20%, but not complaining, because when you look at that pie segment for Dropbox, it's very small, and that segment should be a lot bigger. It's a company I should be buying a lot more of. So even though I was a little bit like 20% kind of disappeared there, I'm not too fussed, because like I say, I should have really made that segment a little bit bigger. You'll notice it has been increasing over the past few videos, but there you go. Facebook, which is kind of a bit of a core position in this one. We're currently up 72% on that one. I'm hoping that one joins the 100% club next year. Big fan of Facebook, so yeah, I want to keep holding that for a very long time. We've got Gang there. That's down 17%. Obviously, you guys know that that's been dropping a little bit, but I'm still a massive fan of that one. When you think about that, it's down 17%, but literally in the next 2 to 5 years, that stock has the potential to be going up, 100, 200, 300%. 17% down is nothing. So yeah, I mean, Gang, I hope it does come back soon. It is starting to get a bit of a bigger position in there, as you can see. That bit of the pie chart's growing quite a bit. We've got GWPH, a company that maybe I was very close to buying some more of this before earnings. I didn't. I prioritised a few other positions. Maybe I should have bought it, to be fair, but it's always in hindsight, isn't it? Brought out some very good earnings. Stocks moved quite a bit since. I'm now 10% up. Last video we did this, I think it was actually down 7%. So yeah, I mean, happy that started to move in the right direction. Kind of on the fence if I buy some more, if I don't buy some more. And we've got Huya, which is another new position, so that one's down. Like I say, with the new positions, I'm not really bothered, because in the first kind of 6-12 months, I'm not bothered if they go down. I prefer them to go down because I can buy more of them at cheaper prices then. Where something like an Alibaba, for example, I've been in that stock now for something like a year, I'd like to say, maybe 2 years. Something like Facebook, I've been in that for over 2 years. Microsoft as well, when we get around to that. Those companies I've been in for a very long time now, so I don't want to see them companies dip. Those are the companies that I just want to see now. I want to see the returns come in for them, because I built them positions up, so I'm happy for them to kind of go now. Whereas something like a Gang, GWPH, I'm just happy to kind of just stagnate for 6 to 12 months, so I can just carry on building them positions up a little bit. So yeah, and then Huya's down 5%. Once again, that company was up 20% at one point, and because of the merger, it's down. But I've got very confidence in Huya, especially when you compare that Chinese company to my other 2 Chinese companies in this portfolio. And I'm just the biggest fan of Huya as when I was with Alibaba and JD.com when they were at their early days and I was buying them. So JD.com up 334%, absolutely fantastic. There's not much I can add in here on JD.com. I love the company. I think I still don't want to sell out of it, because over the next 5 years I still believe it has massive potential. And I mean, I think, to be honest with you, I can see JD.com going up to 400-500% in the next few years. If you guys know, I have taken some profits out there every so often, but I'm still a massive fan of it. And then we've got Microsoft up 95%, used to be up over 100%, it's dropped down a little bit at the moment, but still that was a 100% club. But I'm not complaining on 95% gains. I mean, I'm still even picking up a couple of dividend yields there as well from that one. And then we've got Pinterest, which we're currently up 156%. Great runner, great earnings, big fan of Pinterest. You might notice that's getting a little bit smaller, bit of a hint for a video that might be coming up. So yeah, big fan of Pinterest. That one I carry on holding through to probably Q4. Visa, we're up 20%. Yeah, not much I can say there. Bit of a car holding. Happy to let that run. Very nearly bought some more the other day. But yeah. And then at the top, we've got Walt Disney. Started buying this one before COVID, so that's why it's down so much. But yeah, we're down 13% on that one. Bought some more, but it's in my other portfolio. So we'll go across to my other portfolio now. And this is my trading 2 and 2 portfolio. So we'll start at the top. Once again, Altria, down 6% on this one. Once again, dividend yield, something like an 8% dividend yield. We've got Boeing, which is up 15%. That's kind of come down a little bit over the last few days. So yeah. I actually, at one point, I think it was actually only up 9%. So I nearly bought some more Boeing because I think that over the 5 years, that's going to recover and it'll go back to being quite a high stock. So yeah, I mean, I'm tempted. I'll see what happens with that one. Lordstown Motors, obviously that's changed now from Diamond Peak. We're down 33% on that one. I'm sure everyone's kind of down on that one. It's just one of those that's just fallen off a cliff, slowly starting to recover recently, but yeah, I mean, I don't expect anything from Lordstown for the next kind of year, 2 years until production starts. That stock's not really going anywhere, to be honest with you. We've got Facebook, which once again bought quite heavy. Big fan of Facebook. Up 62% on that one, so yeah, fantastic. We've got a gang in this portfolio as well, not as much as the other one, which is down 8%. And then we've got InMode as well, which I did buy really heavy. I thought this stock's not going to be down at these sort of prices for that much longer. And I did buy it. As you can see, it's a very big position right now. I'm very confident in the company. It's up 30% at the moment. I'm kind of thinking now that, obviously, I've got to be careful because, you know, if the stock goes up in share price, that segment will naturally get bigger. And if it gets bigger, I don't want it to make that a big chunk of the portfolio up. I'm happy where it is, but I don't want to go too much more than this. So if InMode does get to 50%, I might trim by 10%, and then 75%, I might trim by 10%, 100% trim by 10% again. So yeah, by the time the stock InMode gets to about 100% gain, I might have trimmed it by 30%, but then I've still got quite a lot of stock to run long term, if you get what I'm saying. So that's where I'm kind of at with InMode. MasterCard is currently flat. Once again, I nearly bought a bit more of MasterCard. Microsoft is up 28%. Pinterest in this one is up 229%, which is just unbelievable, really, isn't it? It's fantastic. Revolve up 2%. I'm a bit stuck on the fence with Revolve. I kind of want to buy more, but because I'm so heavy in Boohoo right now, I'm like, do I want to buy more in this sort of industry? So yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. We'll see what earnings do. And then Visa, we're up 10% in this portfolio. Walt Disney, this is where I bought Walt Disney in the COVID dip. So this one's up 18% compared to the other Jira portfolio where it's down a little bit, but there you go. And then we've got the workhorse position there, which is down 9%, which I'm sure a lot of you guys were down. I'll be honest, I am kind of kicking myself that I didn't sell when it was up 50%. I should have really sold then. But yeah, we'll see where that one goes. Obviously, that's just my little spec stock where we'll see if they get the United States Postal Service contract. But that's everything really. So that's my full US portfolio. I will try to do a video in the next coming days about my UK portfolio. But hopefully find that useful, see how I'm doing with some of the positions and everything and how my portfolio lines up. And like I say, I'll do another video in December, update you with what's going on, how everything's going. So yeah, I'll do that again in December. But yeah, everything, not crazy amount of changes really since we did the video in October, but you can kind of see some position sizes have moved a little bit with some buying and some selling. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it useful. Smash the like button if you are new around here, make sure you subscribe as well, and I'll see you in the next video.